We're good? Okay. All right, we'll call this meeting to order. The Benton County Commissioner meeting. Today's April 21st, 9 a.m. at the Benton County Courthouse. We can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, and justice for all.
Echo. All right. Public comment. Anybody here in Prosser? You're good? Okay,
we gotta run the.
Oh, we got to. Oh, yeah.
And the approval of minutes as well.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the minutes for April 14th, 2026.
Second.
If we have a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, the ayes have it. And then review of the agenda. Anything?
Nothing from staff.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll play your amazing Hollywood video.
The purpose of the public comment period is to give the audience an opportunity to provide comments to commissioners regarding agenda items or other topics. It is an official on-the-record communication geared toward giving information and opinions to consider in the decision-making process. While the commissioners welcome hearing from you, please note that the public comment period is not an opportunity for dialogue with commissioners or for posing questions with the expectation of an immediate answer. Many questions require an opportunity for information gathering and deliberation. For this reason, the commissioners will accept comments, but will not directly respond to comments, questions, or concerns raised during the public comment period. Audience members who wish to speak should raise your hand to be called upon by the chairman, or virtual participants use the raise hand feature. Come to the podium, or virtual participants unmute your microphone when called upon. State your name and address for the record. And after speaking, write your name and address on the record sheet. Virtual participants do not complete this step. To allow every participant an opportunity to be heard, public comments will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. The chairman will indicate when your allowed time has elapsed. In the interest of running an orderly meeting, we ask that you do not duplicate comments made by a previous speaker. Instead, please simply confirm your agreement with previous statements. When appropriate, the commissioners may refer an item identified during public comments to the county administrator for further action. Please note that if a speaker intends to give commissioners any records of any kind as a part of a presentation, the records must be handed directly to the clerk of the board for distribution.
All right. So no one here in Prosser, right? Okay. And then anybody in Kennewick? I do see a couple people sitting. Is there anybody in Kennewick that'd like to make public comment? If you could please state your name and where you're from, that'd be great. And your microphone's muted. Could you unmute it? That's weird. It's not working. Still not working. Oh, now try it.
Good morning.
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay. Good morning, commissioners. I wanted to go on here today and share with you guys an article from a former Tri-Cities attorney, Jerry Davis. It says,
Actually, sorry to interrupt you. Can you state your name and where you're from?
Marcelina Torres in Franklin County. I am going to go ahead and read an article from Tri-Cities family law attorney, Jerry Davis. Kennewick Richland attorney Jerry Davis was living two lives. That much Benton County prosecutors and his defense attorney agree on. He was a lawyer and a review judge who volunteered his skills to the less fortunate. He also had gained the respect of some in Spokane, where 15 years ago he helped argue for the validity of an effort to recall Mayor Jim West. But privately, Davis arranged for the molestation of a young child and collected child pornography. On Friday, the suspended attorney and convicted child abuser said in a rambling, tearful 15-minute statement in a Kennewick courtroom that he didn't understand what was wrong with him, but was willing to work on fixing it. It doesn't make sense even to me, he said. Where I started with, I'm sorry for this that's too light. After listening to Davis, Judge Bruce Spanner said he didn't wish ill to the attorney, but that 2 children in the case will suffer a lifetime of stress, distrust, and self-esteem struggles. I don't think 89 months is long enough, Spanner said. I hope they learn to forgive. He sentenced Davis to a minimum of 7 years and 5 months in prison on one account of first-degree child molestation. When Davis finished serving the minimum, his case will be reviewed by a State Department of Corrections board to decide whether he can be released. Davis already is serving a year and 2 months after he was caught with child pornography on his computer in Olympia. The Thurston County sentence will be served at the same time as the Benton County sentence. I'm going to move forward to what his attorney, Megan Whitmire, said at that time. His attorney, Megan Whitmire, asked for a shorter prison term. The sentencing range started at 67. He sought therapy after the initial conviction, Whitmire said. He's very anxious to get to the bottom of this. He knows that he has a long ways to go. Megan Whitmire today presides over family law cases. She said she was very fond of Mr. Davis, who was a known pedophile, and obviously had child pornography in his computers. What he was doing with this, we don't know. This is the same thing we've been coming to these rooms to expose and to address in our community. And these are issues that need to be addressed. There is no reason for us to have Megan Whitmire behind the bench.
Sorry,
while
man,
she
your
is.
time's up. It's been 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Anybody else in Kennewick? Seeing no one else coming up, we'll move online. I do see a hand raised. Maria Redout.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, it's Marie Redout, Richland resident. I do appreciate the response that I did get, and it's not a surprising response. I did fully expect you to absolutely refuse to assist in any way. Again, it's the disappointment that you've presented to the public in saying that you're not able to help, not willing to help, can't help, all of the above. However, you're needing to understand the suggestions that you provided, contacting the Commission on Judicial Conduct, that's already been done. Contacting and filing grievances, that's been done as well. Okay. You have the fox guarding the hen house with both of those. The Commission on Judicial Conduct, you need to, look at who has been appointed. These aren't people that were voted in. They're appointed individuals who have a stepping stone in mind, and they're stepping over the backs of your constituents, and you're not caring about that. As far as the Bar Association, the complaints on grievances on Carrie Hale Davenport, when she's a member of the bar, that's going to go real far. So, what everybody's been presenting to you has been their desperation, and you've ignored it. And it's a lack of leadership on your part, because there were several things that you could have done, but you didn't. Has any of you ever asked a question? Have you contacted any of these individuals that have presented these egregious violations and ethics and the court rules and the actual laws? You've never asked them to present the documents that they tell you they have. You're not looking to do anything for anybody. I don't know if you're trying to be so standoffish that it's harmful, that you're not recognizing how harmful you are, or how just ineffectual you are. You're lacking leadership. You could have asked for a workshop. You could have asked for the documents. You could have asked for anybody to sit down and go over what's going on. And maybe then, having heard some of that, you might have cared just a little bit about the harm that's happening. This is not just a Benton County issue. It's not just a Franklin County issue. This is national. If you're not aware, there are national movements And this is not going away, gentlemen. I would really ask you to become leaders because your role is that. Otherwise, you're ineffectual and irrelevant. And I think that you can be better than that. I really do. Thank you.
All right, I don't see any other hands raised. Do you guys see any hands raised online? Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll close public comment. Move on to the consent agenda, items A through I.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the consent agenda items A through I.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. The ayes have it. And then we'll move on to public hearing, adopting an ordinance dissolving drainage improvement district 9/9A. Mr. Gregg.
Good morning. The Board of County Commissioners held a hearing on March 17th to take public comment on whether Drainage Improvement District 9/9A meets the criteria in Chapter 3696 for being inactive. At the conclusion of the hearing, the Board of Commissioners approved a resolution with the determination that DID 9/9A does meet that necessary criteria and requested a dissolution public hearing be scheduled. And that's what we're here for today. The proposed ordinance that I have for you provides for the dissolution of 9/9A. This district hasn't carried out any of its special purpose duties or functions for the last few years, and DID has been determined to be unauditable by the state auditor. With that, staff is recommending the board adopt the resolution and ordinance to dissolve DID 9/9A pursuant to Chapter RCW 3696.
On that, it says fiscal impact. So it says the county may retain the district's remaining funds. So that means this is all budget neutral for us. And stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that then. Perfect.
Yeah, there's no impact to the county from that standpoint, from a cost standpoint.
Okay, awesome. Can we get a motion?
So actually, it's a public hearing, so we need to
Oh,
open the
public hearing, my bad.
and-
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Anybody here in Prosser? Public hearing? No? Okay. Anybody in Kennewick? Trying to find do you guys see anybody in Kennewick? I don't see one
I
either.
don't see anybody.
Okay. Anybody online? And I'm not seeing any hands raised either. Okay. So we'll close public hearing. Can we get a motion?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the resolution and ordinance to dissolve the Drainage Improvement District 9/9A pursuant to Chapter RCW 3696.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, the ayes have it. All right, thanks, Greg.
Thanks.
No other business?
Staff has none.
Yeah, okay. So meeting,
Commissioners?
commissioners, do you guys have anything else?
I have nothing.
You guys how's Arizona?
No.
You guys in Arizona, right? Oh, wait, where?
No,
Oh, Georgia. How's the humidity?
it's fine inside the hotel.
Okay. All right. I miss you guys so much. See you later. All right.
Okay.
Close it? Yep. All right. This
Meeting-
meeting's adjourned.
Bye.